Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to direct your attention to the court as we will recognize our 2023 Marian women's basketball senior class. The 4 members of the 2023 senior class have been with the Knights through 3 consecutive Crossroads League regular season championships, and in their careers have played a role in 110 victories. Our first senior today is Leah Seib, who wore number 21. Leah played in 77 career games with the Knights in her first 3 years at Marian before shifting to a student assistant this year. Leah is an accounting, finance, and business management major, and after graduation, she plans to work at London Whitty as a staff accountant and to get married. Today, Leah is joined with her parents, Harold and Heather, her fiance, Will, her brother, Landon, and her grandparents, Rebecca and Fred Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Leah Seib. Our next senior is number 22, Brooklyn Lankable. Brooklyn has appeared in 57 career games with the Knights in her 4 seasons, and it is a business management major at Marian University. Brooklyn's plans are currently undecided after college as she will explore her potential opportunities, and today she is joined on the court by her parents Lee and Christy, her 2 brothers Hayden and Dylan, and her grandma Mary Rose, and her nieces Layla and Elsie. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Brooklyn Lankable. Our third senior is in the 2023 class is number 23, Majestic Sales. Majestic joined the Knights last year as a transfer from Walsh, and in her 2 seasons as a Knight has appeared in 41 games. MJ is a business management major at Marian University and is exploring her options for post-graduation. Today, Majestic is joined on the court by her parents Andrea and Michael and her sisters Macy and Maylee. Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Majestic Sales. Our final senior today is number 42, Kennedy Gerard. Kennedy is a kinesiology major at Marian, and after college, she plans to continue playing basketball while expanding her vending machine business. One of the top shot blockers in program history, KG is 4th all-time in career blocked shots and is also ranked 30th all-time in program's history in scoring. The 2022 Crossroads League Defensive Player of the Year will play her 109th career game this afternoon. And today, as she is joined by her mother, Rochelle Bates, her father, Corey Gerard, and her sister, Chance Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, number 42, Kennedy Gerard. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for our 2023 Marian Women's Basketball Senior Class.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, I didn't want to leave.
Everyone here is about helping you succeed.
It's hard work, but it's totally worth it.
I have so much support from my advisors.
The nursing program is why I chose Marian.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
I'm a business major.
My professors really challenge me, and I know I'll be ready for my career.
A great education is the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
Marian University, an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Is your building haunted or infested with icky snakes? Then tear it down. The Raised Trash Demolition Squad can flatten buildings up to 3 stories tall. Whether it's a commercial or residential structure, the Raised Trash Demo experts will make it go boom. And with their roll-off containers, they'll haul away the mess quicker than you can say, hey, there used to be a building there. Bring your old fire trap to its knees with Raised Trash.
RaisedTrash.com.
Raised Trash.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
It's senior day for the number 6 ranked team in the country as the 22-2 Marian Knights host the 9-15 Huntington Foresters in Crossroads League play on a Saturday afternoon. We welcome you into the PE Center alongside Pete Smith. Rob Brown with you. Pleased to be bringing you this matchup as we're in the home stretch. Just 4 games to go in Crossroads League play before the conference tournament at the end of the month. And Pete, for this Marian team, certainly coming in with all sorts of momentum, winners of 5 in a row, but they do it with one eye on Indiana Wesleyan as these two teams enter today tied at 13-1, and the Knights have to win today to keep pace and put all the stakes on that matchup up in Marion next Saturday.
And the good news is that Ella Collier, as we see her now, Ella Collier's going to play for the Knights today. She was kind of in limbo, tweaked her ankle a little bit in their last game, but that's a good sign for them. But as you referred to, a huge game for the mixed standings of the number 1 seed in the league tournament.
Well, Huntington comes in having dropped 5 of its last 6, including a 77-73 loss to Taylor at home on Wednesday night. But this Marian team taking care of business on Wednesday here against Bethel, winning by 20 points. Did not shoot it particularly well, but jumped out to a 19-point lead at halftime, 35-16, and held Bethel to 29%. And anytime, even when you're not shooting the ball well, anytime you guard like that, you're going to give yourself a chance.
Well, if people are familiar with Bethel's style, they jack it up pretty fast. But very good. I know as you take a look at Coach right there, he was very happy with his defensive performance. On the other hand, Huntington led most of that game against Taylor. And I talked to Jody Martinez, my old teammate at Bethel University, that is the head coach at Taylor, and they were very fortunate to pull that out. So Huntington is playing better basketball. The record doesn't reflect it, though.
Well, senior day here at Marion, the 4 seniors being honored just prior to the ball game. You saw that at the top of our telecast. One of those 4 seniors, Kennedy Gerard, in the starting lineup today. Again, it's Marion 8-0 at home this season, 22-2 here at the PE Center over the last 2 years, taking on a Huntington team that it defeated up at Huntington back on December the 10th by the score of 71-63. We'll see how things unfold. Again, final stretch here, 4 games to go before the conference tournament, and Marion trying to lock up the top seed and host all the way through. We'll take a break, step out for the anthem. We come back, we'll have lineup and tip for you here at the PE Center. Crossroads League basketball next as you're watching Marian University Hoops on the ISC Sports Network.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business for 35-plus years. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Hey, Richard, what's the key to the growth over the last 35 years?
Pat, I believe being a family-owned local business that is involved in the community has a lot to do with it.
All right, so you have a lot of services. Tell us about some of those services.
We're really, really strong in the emergency services, smoke, fire damage restoration, storm and water damage restoration, all while working with your insurance company. We also do mold remediation, basement and crawl space waterproofing, foundation repair, and roof repair. We are a full-service company.
All right, as the owner, we know you wear a lot of hats. What do you do day to day?
I really love being out in the field working with our clients. It gives me a great opportunity to understand their needs so we can take care of them.
Your hands-on approach, I think, is a lot to do with the success of Michaelis. If you find yourself needing their services, give them a call anytime, 24/7 at 844-FIX-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore.
Lineups presented by Tom O'Brien.
Well, today's
Jeep Dodge
starting
Ram
lineups is always
for
presented
this
by the
afternoon's
O'Brien Automotive family. If saving money is important to you, visit Tom O'Brien Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, a proud sponsor of Marian Athletics. Tom O'Brien is Indy's preferred Jeep dealer with 2 locations and the biggest Jeep inventory in Indiana. To show their support, Tom O'Brien will donate $200 to Marian for every car any student, parent, or employee or friend of Marian buys when you mention this promo. Go Knights and go to Tom O'Brien to see how their family works for you since 1933. Starters for Huntington, Celeste Ryman, a 5'4" senior out of Barnesville, Ohio. Allie Vaughn, 5'10", a sophomore from Fort Recovery, Ohio. Deja Drake, 5'10", a senior from Spencer, Indiana, Owen Valley High School. Connor Gambrell, 6 foot, a senior from Alexandria, Virginia. And Emily Sebo, leading scorer available today, second leading scorer, I should say, a 5'11" junior out of Millersburg, Ohio. Gabby Melby, Pete, who's their leading scorer, still unavailable due to injury. So that's 12.5 points that Huntington's not going to have available today.
And that's hard to make up because she's a very good scorer for them.
Let's go back down to the PA for the Marian starting lineups. The usual lineup we've seen here in the last couple weeks, certainly with Jayla Wayner back in the starting lineup at the point guard spot. But we'll go back down to the floor in the public address for the Marian starting 5.
And now the starting lineups for your Marian University Knights. At forward, a 6'1" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 11, Abby McNally. At forward, a 5'11" senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 42, Kennedy Gerard. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 1, Jayla Wayner. At guard, a 5'7" junior from Brownsburg, Indiana, number 25, Allison Bossy. Rounding out the Knights starting lineup is a 6' junior guard out of Danville, Indiana, wearing number 13, Ella Collier. The Knights head coach in his second year, Steve Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for your Marian University Knights.
You see Steve Brooks, the veteran head coach, in his second season here, 61-8 his record here at Marian. That's pretty good.
Well, Katie Gerard left from a pretty good program, but Steve Brooks was a veteran coming in. He knew this league obviously very, very well with his past experience, and he's just kept this, as competitive to a national championship program as you can, and done a really good job. You take a look there at Steve.
Young coach Darby Maggard down on the other bench in her first season. Local Indiana high school basketball fans may recognize that name. Maggard was the runner-up. There she is on the left-hand part of your screen there. Her legs crossed. Runner-up to Miss Basketball in 2015. Playing at Fort Wayne Canterbury, played in 4 straight state championship games, and then had a standout collegiate career at Belmont.
And don't let that mild-mannered look as she was on the bench there fool you. She's a real competitor. Played for Coach Krieger, an old friend of mine up at Canterbury, as you mentioned.
Marian wins the tap, clad in the traditional home grays with the gold lettering and numerals trimmed in navy. Huntington in the traveling forest greens, black numerals trimmed in and lettering trimmed in white. Gerard got in deep, flipped it up wide of the mark, and Huntington gets to stop.
Not a lot of movement on that first possession. All straight man-to-man defense by the Foresters, and really had him spread out to let Gerard get that first shot up here on senior night.
Sebo, one of 2 double-figure scorers in the lineup. Drake drives, and Gerard with a nice contest. Here comes Collier the other way. Takes it all the way in deep, spins, flips it up with the left hand, up and in.
I think they're really happy the ankle's fine today to play as they're wearing their pink shoes here on the court today. Most of them are, and Ella with a first basket of the contest on a nice spin move.
Tracking again as Drake drives and throws it over the rim. Gerard first to the loose ball. Collier tracking to another 50, 40, 90 season. She had one last year. 50% from the floor plus or better, 40% or better from the three-point line, and 90% or better from the free throw line.
Marian in a switching man-to-man, keeping their 2 guards out top as much as possible.
Drake trying to pull McAnally away from the basket, takes her to the rim, danced off the front of the iron, and McAnally runs down the loose ball. 3 straight stops for the Knights at the defensive end, leading 2-0, 100 seconds in. Collier goes back door. Wayner on a nice find. Collier in traffic, but the loose ball squirts to Bossy.
That was a good backdoor cut there, but the spacing, Kennedy Gerard was kind of in her path also on the backdoor cut.
Wayner takes it all the way to the rim and draws the foul. Foul on Vaughn. Her first. And the team's first.
Yeah, nice drive by Wayner. As you can see, help side was a little late there and just had contact on the wrist on the shot.
Wayner making her 7th start of the season out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Played a lot of action. This is my first game, our first game together, working together, but Jayla got a lot of minutes last year as I did several Marian University games. So kind of rotated that point guard spot a little bit this season. Nice flexibility. We have 2 that are pretty darn good like they do.
Well, and after she was injured, Mayra Shova got some starts, and Gerard another block shot, the all-time leader in that category. Wayner running the floor, got in deep, found McAnally cutting inside. Missed the shot as Drake got a piece of that.
Huntington just really struggling to get anything much going. I like how Connor Gambrell's been strong to the rim as she's tried to score, but just too much timber in there for Marian overall to get a clear shot as they're really trying to get it to Gambrell. As you mentioned, without Gabby Melby, really struggling. Like, where is their points going to come from?
Gambrell saves it to Drake, who
there it is.
Hits the second opportunity. Drake, the only Indiana native in the starting lineup out of Owen Valley High School. Indiana players off the bench we expect to see for Huntington. Wayner cut off on the baseline nicely by Ryman. Back out front, Bossy. Gets right by her defender. Puts it up, no, but drew a foul at the rim on Drake.
A wonderful pump fake here. First we'll see the rebound and the transition. That's the bucket there, I'm sorry, by Drake there.
Nice save by Gambrell to keep that possession alive. Bossy coming off about 2 weeks ago, had a season-high 27 points in a win up at Gray. She went 12 out of 15 from the field.
Played for Debbie Smiley at Brownsburg High School. Knocks in the second free throw.
So the Knights off to a 4 out of 4 start from the line and lead by 4.
Oh, nice dip.
Gambrell
great duck in. Yeah, I saw it
a nice
coming.
back cut, but missed the shot, but an offensive rebound from Vaughn keeps it alive. Drake hedged left as Mayra Shova came in during that stoppage, and the ball poked free by Bossy. McAnally waits for help.
There's a player knowing her role.
Bossy teed up an open 3, first one of the day, first attempted 3 of the day.
Yeah. Wayner is more of a floor leader. She had the open 3, but knew that wasn't her shot. I think Coach Brooks appreciated that, just couldn't get the pass off to the shooter to make it.
Top of the key jumper knocked down by Celeste Ryman. 5'4" senior.
Played at Clarion University.
In Pennsylvania, right?
Happen to know anybody else who played there?
I'm drawing
John
a blank.
Calipari.
Oh, there
played
you go.
At
There you go, that's right.
Clarion University, yep.
McAnally gets the loose ball at the half-court line. Still plenty of time. 15 on the timer. McAnally cuts, nice drop off to Garrard. Tied up by Gambrell on the way up, and the arrow favors the Foresters. And it's a nice job defensively by Gambrell to hold her ground.
Yeah, the idea of the pass was really good, but the spacing was tough, so Gerard didn't really have any clear space to lead with that left elbow and got tied up. Possession arrow goes to the Foresters.
A couple subs into the game. Maddie Robrock is in. 6-foot senior out of Huntington, Indiana, Huntington North High School. And in the corner with the long sleeves, that's Logan Rolls. 5'9" grad student out of Ossian, played at Norwell.
Boy, they've got a heck of a program. Norwell High School. Eric Thornton, their head coach, former student teacher of mine, and at Warsaw High School. That's how old Eric is, even though he still looks young. Has another great team this year. The Knights are, I think, 2 losses on the season.
He's won a lot of games up there.
He's done a great job.
9 to shoot for the Foresters on the inbound.
1-4 low. Should be a high-low look, but the high post person couldn't get up there. He still got it down to her.
Robrock's got it. 1 to shoot, partially blocked. Bossy might have gotten a piece of that shot from Vaughn. And the Knights get another stop. You mentioned Sarah Mayorashova.
Can you say that 3 times, Rob?
I botched it the first game. I've got it down, though. It took me a game or 2 to get it. She's got that calf sleeve on the right leg. Missed the last game due to a calf strain, but Steve Brooks happy to have her back and have really 2 point guards available, and Mayorashova and Wayne are playing them together for now.
I'll tell you, both teams doing a really good job talking defensively.
High-low into McAnally, partially blocked by Vaughn, but she got some body as well, and McAnally heads to the line for 2.
Yeah, real good possession here. Just a lot of ball reversals, getting the ball inside here. She's got a good post up there. The help side just a little late. And clear foul by Vaughn.
Second foul on Vaughn, and she will step out as Emily Sebo returns, and then Ladavante Martin is in. 5'8" freshman out of Carmel, and for the Knights, Aaliyah Evans is on for the first time today. As McAnally hits both free throws. Knights are 6 out of 6 from the foul line to start the game. Halfway through the first quarter, Knights up 4. Sebo works one-on-one in the block against McAnally, fakes her off her feet, left-hand flips in and out.
Boy, she did everything right there, Rob. Good up and under move, Mike and drill move, couldn't knock it down.
Bossy fakes from the three-point line, but cut off at the rim. Mayorashova, great look to McAnally, who lays it in.
Just too many moving parts for the Foresters to guard that time when they help and rotated. Nice, did a great job of finding the open player for that basket there. Good job.
McAnally with 4. And the lead is 6. Valente Marin drive and kick. Sebo on high arcing 3 is rebound picked up off the floor by McAnally, her 3rd rebound.
Yeah, she's had a great freshman season for the Knights. Cincinnati, Ohio native, played at Coleraine High School.
Leads the team averaging just under 8 boards a game. High post, turn and face.
Good duck in.
Gives to Evans, cutting and lays it in with the left hand.
Boy, the Greensburg Pirate had a great job cutting in there for her basket, the first one of the contest.
First touch at the offensive end for Rolls.
Okay, a little ISO clip. It was a backdoor cut ISO on the drive. Good defense by the Knights.
Back over to Sebo.
Ooh, that's a tough shot.
Tees up a 3 off the front of the rim, and Mayorashova runs the rebound the other way.
If you got to live and die on those shots, you're going to lose most of the time as Wayner gets a wide open layup.
Avenue to the goal, and
Darby Maggard has seen enough. She needs to talk it over.
Seen enough. We'll stay here. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:55 to go first quarter. The Knights have rolled off 8 points in a row to lead by 10, 14-4. Today's game brought to us by AAA Roofing. When it rains, it pours, so trust the pros at AAA Roofing. That's who we call AAA Roofing. Well, Pete, the Knights have gotten a lot of action around the rim. What have you seen from them offensively that's allowed them to get those easy looks at the bucket?
They've made 3 or 4 passes before trying to take a shot, whereas we just saw the last possession Huntington here. There's the back cut right there. And a nice dump off there for the layup. But 4 of 7 shooting means you're taking good shots. Look at the other end of the court. Huntington 2 of 11 so far at this first break from the field.
So the Knights lead by 10. Gerard and Collier have stepped back on the floor for the Knights. Gambrell and Ryman returning for the Foresters. Ryman thought about the three momentarily. Back to Rolls. Falling away and missing the banker is Gambrell.
And she's getting good looks overall. She just hasn't been able to connect on one yet. 0 of 5 now for the game for Gambrell.
Evans top of the
High-low
circle.
pin, yep, high-low pin for Gerard down low. She's got it.
Collier run off the three-point line. Cut off on the baseline on the switch by Robruck. Collier able to set the feet and fire off the front of the rim.
Huntington dodged a bullet there. Oh, Collier, that's a great look for her.
Boy, she's of a caliber of shooter that if she's got time to measure it like that, you're shocked that it doesn't go in.
I was shocked, Rob. I was shocked she missed that one. Little hand check call there on the Knights.
Valente Marian cut off by Mara Shova, but Mara Shova foul, her first, and the team's first here in the quarter.
You may have mentioned this, Valente Martin. I did a lot of games with her. She played for the Carmel Greyhounds. Aaron Trimpe, her last couple seasons.
To the basket, put it up and in with the left hand.
She must hear me talking about her. It's like, Coach Smith's talking about me.
She had 5 points off the bench on Wednesday night, averages just under 4.
Just a freshman. I was going to say, she's going to dive for that ball. Maybe a foul.
Yep, they got it.
She was, I just remember she stood out as such a hustler playing in the MIC before Carmel dropped out of the MIC.
She takes the foul, her first.
Okay, screen across. Good defense on the switch by Huntington.
Gerard, big steps to the goal. Gambrell blocked the shot, but a foul called. Maybe got her down low. That looked clean up top, but maybe got body down low. Let's see. Fouls on Gambrell, her first. Forster's over the limit.
I thought Kennedy was doing her long jump or maybe a triple jump with that big step. All legal, just a long step to the basket there. She knocks down the first free throw.
All-time block shots leader here at Marian after a standout high school career at Pike. On the northwest side of Indianapolis. Second free throw good. Knights are 8 out of 8.
Yeah, outscored Huntington by themselves just at the free throw line, making all 8 from the charity stripe.
Kenna Kirby on for the first time this afternoon, number 34 for the Knights. 5'8" freshman out of Pittsboro, Tri-West High School.
Really looking to get into the post again. Gambrell's just not been rewarded on some good moves. She's going to take it this time again.
Takes it in with the left hand, right into the chest of Gerard and draws the foul. That'll set up the first free throws of the game for Huntington.
Strong move to her left. Unfortunately for her, she had to switch it back to her right. So wasn't going to get a clear shot, but she did draw the foul.
Gambrell, first one good. 109 free throw attempts for Gambrell coming into today. That's over 5 a game.
Yeah, they get it into her a lot. Played originally at Old Dominion University in Virginia before transferring to Huntington.
Splits the pair. That's 16-7.
Old Dominion University nickname is?
The Monarchs.
Monarchs, very good.
And now in the Sun Belt.
Use the same logo as Food Line grocery stores down there.
Indeed.
Double screen for Collier. Staggered double.
Evans in the left corner with 8 to shoot. Crosses up her defender. Shovels back out to Collier. Step back 3. Collier to beat it. Roll it off the rim. And Gambrell clears the rebound.
That's why shooting statistics in college are just a little different. You don't know how many times they have to shoot at the end of the shot clock. So I don't think they're always completely indicative, particularly the wing players. They have to get a shot up there. Gambrell
from straight away knocks in the line drive 16-footer.
That was a line drive.
She scored 3 straight, and that's trimmed the lead to 7. Shot clock virtually in sync with the game clock here as the first quarter winds down. Steve Brooks with his legs crossed on the bench.
That's typical for Steve, though.
Watching the action. Collier thought about the 18-footer behind the screen. Instead, takes it into the paint. Lost the handle and a foul called, much to the dismay of the Huntington bench.
Yeah, I guess going to be Gambrell's.
And the Foresters are over the limit. So not only is that a late clock foul, Pete, but you also put the #1 free throw shooter in the country on the foul line. Collier shooting 94% heading into today, 62 out of 66. That's tops in the NAIA in the entire country.
The flip side of that also is Connor Gambrell picked up her second foul on that when she really didn't need to.
18-9, final seconds. Rolls, cut off. Long three is missed by Ryman, and that'll do it. So an 18-9 advantage here on Senior Day at the end of quarter one for the Marian Knights. We'll step out quickly, come right back. Quarter number 2 around the bend next as you're watching Marian Knights basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
I've always liked Indianapolis. I've been interested in the bigger city life. The community and everything fell into place.
With my degree, I plan on becoming a pediatric nurse. Indianapolis has several hospitals and different options to choose from as to where I should go.
I chose Indianapolis because I love the Pacers, I love the Colts, and this is a basketball city. Just wanted to stay in the city, play in front of my friends and family, and try to give Marian my best.
Who's got time for hot dogs and disco music? Your mind's cluttered with thoughts of commercial waste removal. So thank the good Lord above for Ray's Trash. Ray's will collect the intolerable rubbish at all your company's locations up to 6 times a week. That's 42 times in dog weeks. They shred documents and recycle too. And Ray's has roll-off containers for big loads, like construction waste or when your giant dies. Got a business? Get yourself to raystrash.com.
raystrash.com.
Ray's Trash.
Now, balloons all around the PE Center today, celebrating the women's basketball Senior Day. 4 seniors honored prior to today's contest, and the Knights lead at 18-9, heading into quarter number 2. Alongside Pete Smith, Rob Brown with you today on this sunny Saturday afternoon. Your impressions of that first quarter, Pete? Marian shot it well, defended well at the other end.
Yeah, pretty solid quarter. Missed their last 2 from the field, but at the line, obviously, 10-10 at the line gives them a great advantage. Huntington, now the question is going to be with Gambrell picking up her second foul there right at the end of the first quarter, where is their scoring going to be found at? I mean, Ryman's got a couple points, Drake's got a pair, Valiente Marin has 2, but otherwise Gambrell is like the focus of their offense with Melby being out. Going to try to pick up the half-court defensive and see if their defense can cause some turnovers, but it doesn't to start with. Good shot there by the Knights, but can't get it to drop. That being McNally, excuse me. Saw too many C's on my sheet there when I looked at it. McNally.
8-footer rolled off the rim. Now back-cutting Drake on a nice find, lays it in.
Very nice high post pass by Robrock.
Knights have led by as much as 10. The lead is at 7. Mayara Shova, McNally, Kirby, Gerard, and Collier, the 5 on the floor for the Knights. And McNally, a rare drive from the wing, draws a foul.
This is what I like about the college basketball. The fouls start over in the second quarter, whereas the half they build up. I like that. I mean, a lot of fouls in that first half, obviously, with Marian shooting 10 free throws, but now we start into the quarter.
Great find in deep by Mayara Shova. Second one of the day for her. This time she sets up Collier for the easy one.
Well, Huntington's coming with some traps. They're trapping the first pass, and if you can get it out of that initial trap, someone's going to be wide open.
Sebo's open for 3 and hits. That's the first 3 of the game for either team, as both teams had started 0 out of 3 from out there. Sebo's first points of the afternoon.
This time they didn't switch the handoff there defensively.
Gerard down the baseline, draws a foul at the rim.
Quite quick first step. She did a great job of catching and squaring up and facing the rim. Then got that ball past her defender there. Here's a great look at it. That first dribble is right past the defender. If you get that ball past the defender, you've got a great chance of shooting them off and getting a good look at it where they only can foul.
Gerard shoots 2.
Well, all 3 of the ones she shot today, as she's 3 for 3 at the line, have looked great.
She came in 19 out of 20 from the line. Small sample size, but that's 95%. Knocks the second one down.
Maybe because the opponents don't want to foul it.
There's probably some truth to that.
Her strokes look great so far. She does her damage around the rim, so you don't see that she's got a nice stroke from the perimeter.
Bossy stepped in for Collier during that free throw exchange. Sebo tries another 3. That one's way short, and ball knocked to the baseline.
Valiente Martin's foot was on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Kent Jr. right there on the call. 22-14 the score. Knights up 8. You notice when Collier checks out, she stands up to keep that leg loose. She is not sitting down. They got an exercise bike back there in the corner.
Pin down
too.
poster McAnally. Yep. Too easy. Just too easy. The size advantage she has. Just she pins down. That time she didn't even have to screen anybody. She pinned her own defensive player and did a great job sealing, and the Knights were ready to feed her.
And she leads all scorers with 6. The lead back to 10. Valente Marian drive and leave to Drake. At the elbow, Drake falling back. Missed the shot too strong. Good contest by Amaya Orashova. Kirby into the forecourt. Bossy 3 behind the screen is no good. And the rebound, McNally saves it, but throws it right to Ryman.
A right idea, though. If you're going to throw it out underneath your basket, you've got to throw it to the sideline where the team can't steal it and go straight down for a layup if it is stolen. Nice choice there.
Robrock hands it back to Ryman. Step back 3. Off the back of the iron, Kirby's got the rebound.
Huntington just trying to use a lot of high post screens, and if the defense goes behind it, they can get a shot up, but they don't have much of an inside game right now with Gerard being out, but I think we're going to see her check in at the next dead ball.
Another seal. McNally has it, kicks it out to Mayora Shova for 3. Too strong. And the rebound out to the top of the key, scooped up by Robrock. 6:50 left, first half. Knights up 10.
It's the horn set for a screen and fade. Yep. Pop wasn't there. Fade and pop.
Sebo knocks it down from straight away. Didn't want to shoot it initially, but left alone, knocks it in.
I think she thought there's going to be some help side defense coming. She realized that there wasn't. Marian stayed to the shooter. Valiente Martin was on that wing there.
Sebo with 5 all here in the quarter.
There's the pin down. Long pass. That's the only bad thing about that pin down is Kennedy Gerard caught the ball about 25 feet, and that's too long of an entry pass typically to throw it that far.
Ideally, what would you want that to be?
10 feet.
10 feet?
10 feet, yeah. Inside the three-point circle, or at least on this three-point circle. Okay, this is going to be a screen-to-screen, I bet. Play here. Gerard's going to come up. There's the back pick. It's America's play, we used to call it. Pin, screen-to-screener.
Wayner come back in.
Yep.
And, yep, Kirby went to catch the ball and stepped on the timeline.
Yeah. You may see Coach Brooks on the sideline unhappy, but not with the call by the official, just the execution by the Knights in the half court.
Well, it's almost, if it's that close, you just let it go into the backcourt because you can go get it.
Absolutely,
just
right.
Let it go and then go get it back there uncontested. And Wayner forces the travel as Ryman picked up her dribble. So the Knights get a turnover right back. Yep.
Yeah. Had it slip. Well,
Yep.
it just touched the volleyball standard, the pole.
Yep.
The pole holder, I should say, when they put in the poles here. I thought Huntington may go to some zone defense to protect Gerard. I'm sorry, to protect Gambrell with 2 fouls here. Let's see if they go to attack her somehow and get her out of the game. There's the matchup right there with her on defense.
Gerard attacks it as on the overplay.
That's going to be a little
Hasty came topside and easy bucket.
Little problematic there, Rob, when Gerard's got to go play someone on the wing because her switch off is going to leave a smaller Huntington player on the bigger bigs of the Knights per se, the bigger post players.
Gambrell turning face on Gerard, takes it right to her, missed it from 5 feet, and group rebound that time for the Knights. Kirby brings it to the other end.
I know Gambrell's 1 for 7 from the field, but credit Gerard for good defense.
Missed the 3, a good block out by Sebo to keep McNally away and allowing Gambrell to scoop it up. Gambrell trailing, steps in and drills another line drive jumper.
You know, she's missed 6 shots inside the circle, the arc in the paint. Her 2 from the perimeter she's made. Maybe I would keep her out there right now. She's got the hot hand with that line drive shot.
Forrester's hanging around, down 8. Gerard spinning in the lane, flipped it up with the left hand. It rimmed out.
Great look. Can't get a better shot than that from Kennedy.
Ryman drives into traffic and throws it away. Threw it over the head of Drake. Drake saying it was tipped. But it comes the other way.
You would have had to be a tall girl to tip that one. That was just high off her hand there.
Nope, not quite.
No tippage there.
Collier's back in for the Knights, replacing Kirby. And Rolls is in for the Foresters.
Back cut not there. Let her post up.
Finds Collier posting. One leg jumper, good.
Little old school move. I love the fade back one leg shot. We don't really teach that as coaches a lot. More and more now, the younger trainers do, but us old dinosaurs, we don't like them shooting off one leg. That's why you have 2 legs, shoot them off 2, but it's a newer shot nowadays, that's for sure.
It's the Dirk Nowitzki shot.
It is a Dirk Nowitzki shot.
Comes Wayner the other end after the missed 3 by Sebo. Wayner cut off in the block, finds Collier cutting back door. Same spot, missed it too strong that time. And the Foresters take it the other way. Driving kick, Sebo for 3 off the feed from Valente Martin.
She's got it going a little bit. Her second 3 of the contest.
And again, the Foresters keeping things at arm's length. Not trailed by more than 10.
Well, they dug themselves in the hole, making 2 out of their first 11 shots. But
and Wayner throws it away over the head of Bossy into the stands. First look at Tamia Perryman coming on, the 5'8 junior out of Fishers.
Yeah, did several of her games in high school when she was a Fishers Tiger.
Big game tonight at Noblesville. Fishers and HSC for the
Huge
girls sectional
game.
title. A couple top 5 teams.
Number 3 against number 4.
On ISC, you can watch it on our airwaves tonight. Plug.
That'll be a great game. Both teams, congratulations on their victories over the defending state champs. Fishers defeat Noblesville last night, defeated Noblesville, and HSC with a big win over a great Zionsville squad.
Perryman got in the lane, tried to throw it to Gerard, but the pass low and stolen. Rolls, gives to Gambrell, pass across the paint to Hasty, who wasn't ready for it. Now Hasty gives to Gambrell, who turns and shoots too strong. Got her own rebound. And now Gambrell resets. Gambrell with 6 rebounds already. Oh, what a scoop shot by Valente Marin. Oh, my.
Speaking of old school, that was a great move by the Carmel Greyhound alum.
With the left hand. And the lead is 5.
Back cut. Wayner had the back cut there.
Gerard.
Oh, good.
Great up and under move, but she couldn't get the roll. Rebound ricochets out to Wayner.
Get it to her again.
Continues.
Yeah,
Gerard
Gambrell with
it again.
2 fouls. Yeah, she can't really guard her too tight. So, excuse me there, Robbie. I just said get that ball back to her because she's got 2 fouls on her if you're a Knight fan there.
Well, and you coach that recognition from your point guard, right? You got to find the matchup. This time Gambrell faces up on Perryman on the switch. And step across, draws the foul on Perryman. Her first and the team's first. McNally's back in for Marian, and Drake returns, as does Ryman.
Doesn't it seem, Rob, like Marian's dominated this game, and yet if Gambrell can make these 2 free throws, it's a 2-point contest, but she misses the first.
Well, you look up on the scoreboard
and 2-possession contest.
And you're shocked it's a 7-point game.
Right.
To your point, Huntington has outscored Marian in the quarter 14-12.
Boy, those free throws are just as line drive as her jump shot or her perimeter shot.
Gambrell misses both. Perryman faked the handoff, now drive and kick. Ball swung to Bossy. In the lane out to Collier. Perryman open for a high arcing 3 that's good. Just her second 3 of the season. But a big bucket for the Knights to push it back to 10 inside 90 seconds to go first half.
It's the most excited I've seen Coach Brooks on the sideline. She liked that one.
Gambrell missed the flip shot. And another rebound for McNally, her 5th. Bossy spins. Good help by Gambrell to stop the drive. Perryman calling for a screen.
High post screen, yeah. Screen and pin down. There it is.
And McNally
that's going to be
catch.
3.
They call the block on Gambrell. Darby Maggard can't believe it on the Huntington bench.
Oh, that's a situation where I got to appreciate Connor Gambrell, because her natural instincts say rotate over, and boy, she did everything but got the call. I mean, she did everything right if you're a coach, and you can see Coach Maggard there just really disappointed. That's 3 with her, and she's going to have to start the second half with 3 fouls now. That's a tough one.
McNally throws in the first free throw. Second one good. Knights 14 of 14 from the line. That was a coin flip. I think that could have gone either way.
I mean, she may have been a hair bit late. I mean, she definitely was set, but she may have been late, and you've got to let the player come down on the floor before you can establish that charged position defensively.
Drake goes behind the back in the lane. Ryman.
Good back cut.
On a nice back cut, rolls on the finish.
And Collier watched the ball. She was taking pictures and lost track where a defensive player was there.
Back to a 10-point game, and the hit ahead to Bossy is deflected out of bounds by Drake.
Right idea. She was a little bit late there, Perryman, looking for that pass.
Wayner will inbound, baseline left.
I think execute a little bit better. High post, double screen for Collier, staggered. Perryman should have sealed, and she didn't in the block, but she's still going to get it because that's
Deep
what we
catch.
call it, mouse in the house. When Ryman had to switch off, Collier knew that take your time. Tamia's got a post up there. Nothing much Ryman can do on that one.
Yeah, 5'4", Ryman giving up 5 inches in that mismatch.
Okay, this
Perryman's
is the horn
got 5.
set. Horn set for double screen at the top. Didn't get it.
6 seconds left in the half. Turning and shooting is Robrock. Missed it. Too strong. Collier's got the rebound.
Nope.
And that'll do it. So the Knights with a late push outscore Huntington 19-16 in the quarter and take a 12-point lead, matching their biggest of the afternoon into the halftime break. Stay tuned. We'll step out. Come right back. Halftime activities next. We're watching Marian Knights basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business over 35 years. I'm here with Joe Polizzi to talk emergency services. Now, Joe, when I set my house on fire with a toaster, you were actually in my yard before the firefighters left.
Well, Pat, I remember that call like it was yesterday, and although I was disappointed that it was yours, I was happy that I was going to be able to provide some assistance.
You know, this true story, a firefighter actually told me I needed to call someone for emergency services, kind of obvious, and I told him Michaelis was on the way. He said, great, because they're the real deal. Joe, now what do you do in these situations when you show up?
Well, we try to be a calming influence, and we try to find out what the needs are of the family. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody's desires are different. What we try to do is match what we could provide with what they need and do it very smoothly.
I've lived it. If you find yourself needing emergency restoration service in the wake of a fire, flood, or storm, give the Michaelis Corporation a call anytime, 24/7, 844-FIX-INDY.
Marian University is like a home to me. Campus is where I made friends that I know will last a lifetime.
Academics, sports, or arts, Marian's got something for you.
Plus, downtown Indy is just 10 minutes away from campus.
I'm a huge sports fan. Living in Indy, I've got the Knights, the Colts, and the Pacers.
Applying was so fast and easy.
I went to Marian for the education, but what I took away was the experience.
Marian University offers an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Welcome back to the PE Center on the campus of Marian University, west side of Indianapolis, as the Knights lead this ballgame 37-25 over Huntington here at the break. Crossroads League play. There's 4 games to go in league play before the conference tournament starts at the end of the month. But looking at this game specifically, Pete, that first half, Huntington, we talked in that second quarter, Huntington was able to keep things kind of at arm's length, get a little bit better of a shooting percentage, and continue to hang around. What did you see from Huntington in that second quarter?
Well, they've done a good job taking care of the ball. They've only had 4 turnovers, so they're getting shots up. Unfortunately, they're shooting 35.5%, and a lot of them are point-blank range, well contested by Gambrell, but she's only 2 of 10 from the field in that first half. So that being said, Marian got off to a great start, and they continued it. Had a few more turnovers. I think they got 5 total. But overall, just the terrible start got Huntington in the deficit was created by just the slow start.
Well, and the number certainly on the stat sheet that jumps out is Marian's advantage from the foul line. The Knights are 14 out of 14. Huntington 1 out of 4, and in a 12-point game, I mean, that's your story right there.
Yeah, when you've outscored them 13 points at the line and you're down 12, you can look yourself in the mirror and say we fouled a lot. And I think it's been called really tight in some ways, because a lot of these Huntington fouls, quite frankly, in my opinion, have been kind of ticky-tack. It's not like they're really being over-aggressive and playing the passing lanes and holding any back cuts. It's been called tight. They've adjusted. Marian has adjusted better to what Huntington has defensively.
Well, leading scorers in this one, 3 players with 8 apiece for the Knights. Abby McNally, Ella Collier, and Kenny Gerard all with 8. For Huntington, Emily Sebo has 8 to lead the Foresters. All 8 of Sebo's points came in the second quarter. We'll take our first break here on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll have more from the PE Center. First of 2 today, we'll have the men's game 30 minutes following the conclusion of this one. We'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll talk about some maybe adjustments that Pete anticipates seeing from each head coach in this second half. All that on the other side. We'll step out and come right back. It's Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with 0 sugar. This is the Pepsi with 0 compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Own a home? Here's a tip. Don't dump your garbage in the street. Neighbors get fussy about that sort of thing. Instead, count on Ray's Trash to haul it away. Ray's can supply 96-gallon waste and recycling bins that'll make you the envy of the cul-de-sac. And when you need a roll-off container for that big job, guess who's going to be there for you? That's right, Ray's. Your filth needs a place of its own. Ray's Trash will move it there. You know where to go.
Ray'sTrash.com.
Ray's Trash.
Does your school offer high-quality education? Does it offer virtual or hybrid options? Marian University Preparatory School educates students in a safe, faith-based environment focused on college and career exploration. Here at Marian University Preparatory School, we empower parents and help students to master what they love and learn as they live. We are now enrolling students in grades 6 through 9 this fall. Full financial aid packages are still available. Act now to make MU Prep your school for 2022.
Getting the floor wiped up prior to the start of the second half as the Knights lead the Huntington University Foresters in women's basketball action, 37-25 our halftime score. Today's game brought to us by Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, proud supporter and proud partner of the Marian Knights. Today's game also brought to us by BSN. Thank you to BSN, the preferred provider of apparel for Marian Athletics.
They were my provider, by the way, when I was at Guerin Catholic as the coach.
BSN, they are everywhere.
Company. Yep.
BSN Athletics. BSN, the preferred provider of apparel for Marian Knight Athletics. When we take a look at, we mentioned the standings. Marian and Indiana Wesleyan are tied at 13-1. The Knights won the first matchup between the two schools. We had that on our ISC airwaves back on December the 3rd. Knights came back to win that game in overtime here, 68-64. They'll play again a week from today up in Marion. And again, the first tiebreak is head-to-head. So if the Knights are able to hold serve today and Wednesday against Spring Arbor, that game would be essentially for first place and home court throughout the conference tournament.
Which is so big. I mean, you can use that and say that all the time, but I just think teams play so much better at home where they've got larger crowds. And obviously in this league, you're not going to get 2,000 to 3,000 a game, but the way music is piped in, like here at Marian University, it feels like there's more people than are there, and it just gives you that energy and emotion to play just a little bit harder, I think, sometimes than the visitors.
Well, in the meantime, Huntington trying to hang on to the last spot.
Yeah.
As the Crossroads is a 10-team league, but only 8 teams qualify for the postseason tournament. And as of right now, Huntington's in that 8th spot at 4-10 in league play, 2 games ahead of Bethel with 4 games to go. So they're certainly trying to hang on and find a way to get that last spot and qualify for the postseason tournament after not qualifying last year en route to a 5-21 season.
Yeah, and missing Gabby Melby doesn't help their chances. She's a transfer from UT Martin and averages 12 a game that's not playing here today. So you take that 12 points away, you'd be tied right now in this contest. So Marion's had a good first half, but Huntington matched them in that second half.
Knights lead by 12. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have Pete's halftime adjustments for each team. Maybe some things to look for in the second half as well. We'll take care of that and talk about that on the other side when we come back. As we're at halftime, and the Knights lead by 12, 37-25. Back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, I didn't want to leave.
Everyone here is about helping you succeed.
It's hard work, but it's totally worth it. I have so much support from my advisors.
The nursing program is why I chose Marian.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
I'm a business major.
My professors really challenged me, and I know I'll be ready for my career.
A great education is the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
Marian University, an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Is your building haunted or infested with icky snakes? Then tear it down. The Raised Trash Demolition Squad can flatten buildings up to 3 stories tall. Whether it's a commercial or residential structure, the Raised Trash Demo experts will make it go boom. And with their roll-off containers, they'll haul away the mess quicker than you can say, hey, there used to be a building there. Bring your old fire trap to its knees with Raised Trash.
RaisedTrash.com.
Raised Trash.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Taking a look at some first half highlights as the Knights lead by 12. Marian was able, especially in that first quarter, Pete, to get a lot of easy looks around the bucket.
They opened up with several backdoor plays, though. You saw one right there by Huntington there. That was a really good one there by Drake on the backdoor cut. But, yeah, they opened the game up. Huntington was pretty tight in the passing lanes to start with. There you see a great take by Gerard. But overall, it was just a lot of good shot selection by Marian to get this lead. Marian shooting at the halftime just under 50% at 48 or 47.8, counting the back cuts that they got. Big lift. That was a great shot right there by our girl Valiente Marin from Carmel High School. She's got 4 points at halftime. She was a good spark off the bench, but Kennedy Gerard is going to have her way here probably in the second half, opportunity to score. with 3 fouls on Huntington's post player, Gambrell, who really has to be careful in the second half.
Well, as we think about what we anticipate seeing here in the final 20 minutes, what do you think we might see? What adjustment? Give us an adjustment or two from each bench.
Well, not knowing how Huntington plays and how much they practice zone, I think you've got to keep Connor Gambrell, their 6-foot senior center, on the floor. And with 3 fouls, I think you got to look at maybe a zone, a 2-3 zone, or some kind of matchup zone, because the other side of that is Ella Collier's such an outstanding shooter for Marian. But it does at least keep Gambrell out of a chance of guarding someone she shouldn't be guarding. So I look for maybe Huntington play zone if they have it in their bag of tricks. Maybe come with some half-court traps, but they have to watch that 4th and 5th foul on Gambrell. Meanwhile, if you're Marian, establish yourself like you did at the start of the game. A few backdoor cuts to get yourself open. The pin downs were really good. And when I say a pin down, the high post player going down to act like they're screening, seal their own player, spread the defense out. And that was really, really effective for Abby McAnally to start the game. She got 2 or 3 great looks down low deep.
Knights lead by 12, 37-25. And Huntington will have the ball to start the second half, which is just a little less than 100 seconds away. Today's game brought to us by the M Club. Joining the M Club is the absolute best way to support the student athletes at Marian University. For more information, visit marian.edu/mclub. That's marian.edu/mclub. And today's game is also brought to us by Indiana Members Credit Union, where they're proud to support Marian University and now offers a free Marian Knights debit card with a free checking account. Get your Knights debit card today and show your support. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online now at imcu.com. Membership savings required, federally insured by NCUA. Well, alongside Pete Smith, the fighting zebra, as it were. I'm Rob Brown. Happy you're with us. You may notice sometimes I will reference 100 seconds when the clock's at 1:40. You will understand this, Pete, given your ties to Northern Indiana. That's my tribute to Hilliard Gates, who, the Hall of Famer, who was so great to me when I first came to Fort Wayne as a young broadcaster in my mid-20s. And that was what that was always his call, inside 100 seconds to go. So that when I managed to sneak that in, that's my tribute to Hilliard Gates, who was so great to me 30 years ago.
Very lucky as a young coach. 1988, my first year at Manchester, we won our sectional. We got to play in the regional, and getting interviewed by Hilliard Gates was just so cool because he's such a legend. He was such a legend in our state. Obviously, if you don't know who we're talking about, he was seen many times in the movie Hoosiers as like the lead announcer broadcasting the games. But his legacy goes way before that with the IHSA basketball state championships, Fort Wayne and Allen County stuff. You name it, Hilliard was a part of it when it came to Indiana sports.
He was the play-by-play guy for Fort Wayne's NBA team. He was the radio play-by-play guy for the Fort Wayne Pistons.
Zoner Pistons.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, to start the third quarter, I was making reference to this. Connor Gambrell is not starting, so they will probably play man-to-man defense, Huntington, when they get at their defensive end of things.
So they'll start Maddie Robruck instead.
Right. And she did a nice job in the post.
Sebo for 3. Actually, it's an air ball short, and Robruck grabs the air ball and lays it in.
That's a tough one to block out on. When it's an air ball, you're getting position. Kennedy Gerard was thinking, okay, it's going to be coming off the rim. If it's short like that, Robruck took advantage of it. Backdoor cut by Wayner.
Gerard takes Robruck right to the rim, but missed the shot.
And I almost guarantee you that was called at halftime because they thought probably that Gambrell would be playing defense on Gerard.
Sebo from way out.
Sebo's hit a couple of those, but she's been way out there. You're right, 2 3-pointers in the first half.
6th rebound for Gerard. Wayner drive and leave to Collier at the top of the circle. She gets by Walker, dumps it to Gerard at the doorstep, who lays it in with the left hand.
Yeah, you can tell Coach Brooks came out of the locker room saying, we're going to pound it in the post right now. We haven't missed a free throw yet, so let's see if we can draw some fouls and play to our strengths there, which is free throw shooting.
Gerard, the first player for either team to get to double figures. She has 10. Robruck to the basket. Nice. Scoop up and in.
She saw the mismatch there. Has much more size than Allison Bosley there, and she took it to the rim.
So Robrook getting the second half start with Gambrell in some foul trouble, and she's got 4 points in the first minute and a half.
Collier's going to take this one. This is, whoop, she didn't. I thought she took advantage of the size advantage, would probably take her deep in there.
McNally with a nice up and under, and it rolled off the rim. She tapped it to a teammate to keep it alive, but a foul called on McNally.
She's got a great future ahead of her here at Marian University. She misses the shot, and just out of natural ability, she just says, I can knock this back out, but inside play there by Sebo drew the foul.
Sebo spins, cut off at the foul line. Walker to Ryman, cutting back door, put it up, put it in, drew the foul.
And we're back to single digits again.
Yep, Forrester's hanging around. Fouls on Wayner.
Yeah, they're coming off a game. You see she got that great first step, and she's very, very quick. What she gives up in size, she makes up for her quickness. Is just defensively. If you can take advantage of her guarding you around the basket, that's a little too hard to make up, as she's a little quick on that free throw.
Free
no
throw
extension,
strong.
yeah.
We mentioned at the top that Huntington lost at home to Taylor by 4 points on Wednesday night. Taylor was 16 for 17 from the line in the fourth quarter of that game.
Nice job defensively by the Foresters. Drake came over and slid over and took the charge. Boy, we're right on. A good job by our camera crew. She was there waiting. Not a lot of hit, but enough. I mean, she took that extra step.
And McNally with 2 quick fouls will take a seat.
Yeah, Perryman checking back in. Tamia, the redshirt sophomore from Fishers. Played a good first half off the bench.
Had 5 points all in the second quarter, including the only Knights 3 in the first half. Walker lost her footing in the lane, flipped it up.
All she could do, because she couldn't find anybody open, so just throw it to the rim. Maybe something good will happen.
Collier cut back door, found Bossy for a spot up on the baseline, and a good block out by Robrook to keep Gerard away.
Reverse.
Walker down the baseline.
Nice block.
Perryman got a piece.
Perryman or Gerard, one of the two. I think it was Gerard there, Rob, but either case, I thought she'd just probably go up off 1 foot when she came to the 2-foot stop, let the defense rotate and contest the shot.
Wayner picked up on a switch. Now Collier takes Ryman down to the block and draws a foul on the way.
Yeah, that is a M&M'er, big-time mismatch when you've got the Foresters point guard, Ryman, guarding Collier, the standout junior for the Knights.
Mayura Shova comes in for the Knights, replacing Wayner, and she'll inbound baseline left.
Back screen, corner, slip, got it.
Gerard doubled, finds Bossy for a straightaway jumper that's good.
Great execution. They took away the first 2 options, so the third option was get it on that block. Because they took away the first 2, left her wide open. Bossy, nice job by Allison.
Sebo drives and jump ball. They got a hand on it. That was Perryman on the one-on-one defense there to force the tie up and the turnover.
Sebo, as you can see, is taking a break. Going to talk about a few things.
Let's get a look at Perryman's defense here. Oh, no, it was Mayura Shova who stuck a hand in.
It was.
On the drive-by.
Well, Huntington had this play well scouted because they were right in Collier's face.
Collier dumped it down to Gerard, is kicked around.
Rewarded with the turnover, yeah.
Picked up off the floor by Robrook. Walker, drive and leave the Drake in the corner. And Walker posting on Collier, and they called the foul on Bossy, I think, on the pass. Yep, Bossy takes the foul. Her first and the team's 4th.
You know, this is a Huntington team in transition. First-year coach Darby Maggard replacing Lori Culps, who was here a long time, Hall of Fame coach for Huntington. But Darby's putting her own stamp on this program here. I like how our girls are playing, how our young ladies are playing. It's going to be a reach-in foul on the Knights.
And the Knights are over the limit.
Yeah.
So Huntington is going to be in the, Collier cannot believe the call here. That's her first foul. but more importantly, the 5th on the team. So Huntington's going to be in the bonus for the final 6 minutes of this quarter.
I think Coach Brooks is going to talk about it now. Changes your defensive strategy a little bit, Rob, because now you can't be as aggressive because the clock stops. You've got the lead. The clock stops, and they're getting 2 free throws. Now, they weren't great in the first half shooting free throws. They were 1 of 5, but Gambrell was 1 of 4 of them. So, or 0 of 4 of them. 1 of 4 of them, excuse me. So she's not in the game right now.
So 6:01 to go, third quarter. And Huntington so far has outscored Marian 6-4. Nice, just 4 points in the first 4 minutes of the period. Today's game is brought to us by the Michaelis Corporation. From ground-up building projects to around-the-clock emergency security services, no one answers your prayers or the phones quicker than Michaelis. Call 1-844-FIX-INDY. That's 1-844-FIX-INDY. And Pete was talking about Darby Maggard in her first year as a coach here at Huntington, the young coach. Just 8 years removed from playing high school basketball. In her career, she's the only player in, think about this, she's the only player in Division I history to have over 650 assists and over 400 made three-pointers in NCAA Women's Division I history.
That is a great trivia question for all these women's basketball buffs. That's an awesome question.
2,000-plus point scorer at Belmont. Drake splits the pair, missing the first, hitting the second. The Foresters trail by only 9. Knights have led by 12 on a couple of occasions. Bossy high right, looking in deep. Trying to find Collier with 15 to shoot. Collier steps into a long 2 and got it. Be interesting to see if Collier gets more aggressive here, Pete, in the final 5.5 of this quarter.
Well, we mentioned in the pregame she's coming off an injury in her last game, so not saying she's shown very much to that point, but she is a little gimpy compared to what she normally plays.
Blocked by Perryman, racing to the other end. She put it up, put it in.
Ryman made the idea, okay, I'm not going to foul. If she gets past me, let's see if she misses the layup, and Tamia did not miss it at point-blank range.
Perryman has given the Knights some big-time energy off the bench with 7 points.
Well, they had that lead cut down in single digits, but now it's up to 13 again for Marian.
Ryman's fadeaway is no good, and Gerard one-hands the rebound. Drake almost stole the outlet, but off the end line, it stays with the Knights. And now Darby Maggard will bring Connor Gambrell back into the game. Gambrell did not start the second half due to foul trouble. She's back in, but playing with 3 fouls.
Well, Maddie Robrock did a great job starting that third quarter, got the first 2 baskets for the Foresters. And I'll see if Gambrell could give them a spark here, as I think Coach Maggard thinks it's slipping away a little bit here at 13. Got to get it back to single digits to start the fourth if you're a Forester fan.
Perryman cut off on the baseline drive, gives to Gerard, spinning in the lane, back to Perryman. Perryman hard driving Gambrell to the bucket, up and under move, and she got the roll.
Great recognition by Tamia Perryman, knowing that Gambrell has 3 fouls and she didn't want to guard her too tight.
So the Knights have rolled off 6 in a row to own their biggest lead, 15. Gambrell takes Gerard to the block, and the high banker off the top of the board.
Can you say
in.
English? That was like a pool shot. Looking at Robin Lynch here, we're both looking at it like, wow, how about the English on that one?
47-34. Gambrell with 7. Perryman
Again,
wants a clear out.
If you're Marian, whoever Gambrell's guarding, you're probably going to go to that player offensively. There's a high post pick and roll.
Mayora Shova to Evans, fumbled the pass in the corner. Pass was low, turned over.
Valiente Marin back in the game from Carmel.
She had 4 off the bench in the first half. Sebo drives Mayora Shova to the baseline, cut off. Gambrell straight away, ISO'd against Gerard. Brought the ball down, and Gerard couldn't grab it before it went off the line. I think she thought for a second it might have been touched by Gambrell. It looked like she hesitated and let it go for a second there.
I think you're right, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Gambrell playing a little hesitant these first 2 possessions on offense. She was dominant in the first half, playing with confidence, not making shots, but playing with confidence and taking a lot of shots.
Drake turns the corner on Perryman and draws the foul. The Knights are over the limit. So Drake shoots 2. Perryman's foul, her second. Drake shoots 2. Huntington just 2 out of 7 from the line. Drake knocks the first one in.
Now that stroke looked good. Her first shot of the day from the line.
Averaging
Actually,
6 points per game. Going back to last season, she has started 46 of the last 47 games, has Drake.
Allie Vaughn checks back in for Huntington. A product of Fort Recovery, Ohio, just across the state line in Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Our backgrounds know that, don't we?
We do. Been a Van Wert a time or two. Perryman for 3. That's way short. And Valente Marin takes it the other way for Huntington. Rolls on the baseline. Attacks on Evans. Fakes the defenders off their feet. Couldn't get the roll on the shot at the rim, but draws the foul. And we'll shoot it twice.
Yep.
Evans with the foul.
Yep. Slow on the rotation defensively for the Knights, and you know you can use that baseline as a good friend there if you just take that big first step defensively, and that did not happen for Marian. Boy, that was about a 4-bouncer before it didn't go in.
And it kicked off for Rolls. He was a 73%er on the year, 11 out of 15.
No post players actually in the game for Huntington now. They've really got 5 wings out there, both Gambrell and Robrock out of the contest. So I think Marian can really flex his muscles inside if they would like to take advantage of that.
Mayora show a drive and lead to Evans for a long 2, left side good.
Yeah. Penetration and dish. Good look there.
4th assist of the game for Mayora Shova. Rebound Evans. Here come the Knights, 4 on 2. Evans, great look away to Perryman and laid it in and drew the foul. Oh!
Super transition, fast break. Huntington did not get back on defense very well. Obviously, the trailer was way behind there. She kicked that leg out to draw the contact. I could have probably argued that it was after the shot, but Tamia's going to take advantage of the foul call and miss the free throw.
Missed the free throw. Gerard's got the rebound, rushed the shot, falling away. And finally cleared out of there by Huntington, but
it's the biggest lead of the contest, Rob.
15 points,
15,
yep.
Yeah.
In the lane Rolls. Short-armed the shot at the rim, but a foul called.
Yeah, Perryman got her. She knew it. She was just hoping she was going to get away with it.
3rd foul on Perryman. Rolls shoots 2. Missed 2 moments ago. Foresters have left points on the table from the line. 5 out of 12 with that first Rolls make. And Rolls hitting both. 51-38, 2:11 to go, 3rd quarter. Ella Collier heading back to the scorer's table for the Knights. Mayora Shova in deep, turning, shooting, too strong with it.
Nice block out there by Vaughn. Should bring it up too. Since they got 5 guards in there basically.
Perryman blocks the shot and has the rebound. Now the Knights on the run. Perryman, Mayora Shova running the lane, missed the layup. And it's knocked out of bounds. And Perryman is down at the foul line.
Let's hope it's not that knee that's been a challenge to her since coming to Marian.
Nope.
Doesn't seem like it.
Up and on her feet. She will need to take a seat and visit with the athletic training staff. As Ella Collier steps back in. No timeout here, so we'll be Huntington basketball down 13.
Yeah, just an injury timeout there for a second. This is like the first time I've seen any kind of full court man-to-man pressure by either team here, and it works.
And Mayora Shova turns Ryman over. Waiting for help.
Nice.
Finds Evans running the wing on the delayed break, and Evans lays it in with the left hand.
Secondary fast break got him. Good job by running the lanes and following your rules.
Rolls attacks, gets Mayorshova off her feet, missed the shot at the rim, but drew the foul.
Back up to 15-point lead again, the largest in the contest.
These are free throw attempts 8 and 9 in the quarter for Huntington. Rolls has shot 6 here in the quarter. That's number 5. She made 3 in a row after missing her first 2. Second one on the way, in and out. And Evans one-hands the rebound. 53-39. Collier. And Bossy. Collier run off the three-point line by Drake. Steps into a 15-footer, too strong. And Ryman heads the other way. Shovels to Sebo. Driving kick. Drake for a 3 that's short. Rebounded by Evans. She wants to push.
A lot of one-and-dones for Huntington, just not getting any second shots.
Shot clock in front of the game clock. Evans, nice seal, nice catch, finish, and the foul.
Great recognition by Marian, seeing the mismatch they had again with the switch. Huntington switched, and that gave Ryman just too much to handle down the block. As you can see, the size advantage there as our replay shows it. Went strong to the basket, didn't fade away, so forced the foul to be called against the old traditional three-point play.
I think that's the first one of those baskets we've seen in the quarter. They had so many of those seal easy buckets in that first half.
Right.
I think that's the first one, though, of the quarter, and the lead is 17. Shot clock in sync with the game clock. Final 20 seconds of the third. Knights looking for one more stop. Gambrell, deep catch, lost the handle.
Just been a tough second half for her. Just has not got into it. Coming off the bench instead of starting. Just been really frustrated here this third quarter. Connor Gambrell, a really nice player for the Foresters.
Plenty of time to get a shot off here as Mayorshova comes into the forecourt with 5. Pass intercepted and stolen. Anticipated by Rolls. Rolls to the basket. Put it up, no. After the horn.
He wasn't going to count it anyway.
And that'll do it. So the Knights outscoring Huntington 19-14 in the third quarter. Take a game-high 17-point lead in the final 10 minutes. We'll have it next. You're watching Marian University basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
This is the Pepsi for America's Best Barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Well, back at the PE Center, the Knights lead 56-39 over Huntington. We come back a little bit early because the officials want to look at
Ella Collier 3.
And a shot by Ella Collier.
Making sure her foot was behind the line or on the line. I think they recorded as a 2.
I believe they did, yes.
In that third quarter.
It looks like her right foot is on the line.
It does.
On that first shot we had coming up the sideline. But you're correct, Pete. They did score it as a 2 initially, and I think they'll keep it there. They will. Yep. Great work by our crew today.
Good to have the ISC team here, isn't it?
Awesome.
Comes in handy for the Knights of Coach Steve Downing, athletic director.
So Huntington basketball to start the final quarter. Knights up 17.
three-man Michigan State guard offense here. If you don't have anybody quick enough to beat someone off the drive, it's not real effective, and Marian's defended it pretty well so far and causes a turnover. Nice defense by the Knights. Just checked out the bench, and Coach Brooks put a smile on his face just for a second.
Just for a second.
Yeah, as a good defensive segment.
Vaughn lost the handle going to the bucket against Mayorashova. Evans brings it up. Evans had 7 points off the bench in that third quarter.
She had a great third quarter. She's going to start the fourth quarter out by a little ISO, but now she's caught in trouble.
Gets away from Rolls, takes it all the way to the rim, draws the foul, and finish. Talk about making something out of nothing there.
I think she heard me. I'm not in trouble. I'm a freight train going to the rim. Look at this drive. Good, strong drive.
Draws the contact with the left hand, off hand finish.
She initiated the contact. I'm not sure that was right, but she got away with it, drew it. 3-point play, 2 in a row for her.
She's got 12.
From the old 3-point play standards.
To lead the team off the bench. Foul went to Rolls, her second. 58-39. Shot blocked by Gerard, scooped up by Bossy.
Isn't she the career leading block?
She is, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty good. A little timing there on that little nugget of trivia.
Mayorashova cross-court swing to Collier.
Really long pass.
Collier takes Vaughn to the baseline. Up and under move, off the board and in. Patience by Collier, and she delivers. She has 12. Rolls, crosses up. Cross-court pass to Sebo. High arcing three is good.
Her third one of the contest.
First three for the Foresters in the second half. Sebo has all 3 of Huntington's threes. 61-42. Shot missed. Gerard taps it out to the foul line, but Sebo first to it. Sebo steps into a trailing 3, and she's got 2 in a row. Emily Sebo out of Millersburg, Ohio, Loudonville High School. Younger sister Annie also on the roster. Or twin sister, I should say, Annie. Junior twins. Bossy cut off on the drive.
Yeah, traveled.
And traveled.
Yeah, got her feet together, lost her balance. Didn't keep a good wide base there. Did a good job of the penetration, but just didn't have anywhere to go when it got cut off.
McNally's back in for Gerard.
Just wondering if they're going to get her back in the game. She's had some nice, strong post play. She's played 17 minutes so far. Has 8 points.
Gerard checks out with her first double-double of the season. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Valente Marin picked up her dribble in a tough spot.
Yeah, close to a 5 there.
Sebo. Rolls thought about the 3. Now Sebo has it. Long 2 fading away. Missed it too strong. Rebound is tapped. Bossy rips it away. Has Evans leaking out. Back to Bossy in deep. Evans resets with the handoff to Collier.
No need to be in a hurry if you're a Knight right now. You got a nice size lead. You got it up to 16. Shot clock is your friend. Use it as much as you can. They shoot it at 6 and score it. Great possession by the Knights.
Evans off the board. She has 14, 12 of which have come in the second half. Collier's got the steal. Racing up the right side. Vaughn back to contest, and Collier finishes. And it's back to a 20-point lead.
Yeah, it's just slipping away. Huntington just doesn't have the horses to guard some of these Knights. They get back well on defense, but
Vaughn couldn't finish at the rim, and McAnally has her 6th rebound. Baseball pass ahead to Bossy. Finds Evans cutting. Evans rushed the shot, lost the handle on the way up. Right idea. In transition, here come the Foresters. Vaughn ISO left side. Crosses up Mayorashova. In deep, lost the handle. And McNally has another loose ball. And the Knights walk it up. 6 minutes to go. The lead is 20.
Yeah, this should be a shot clock possession. When I say that, I want to use the shot clock as much as possible, unless you see a mismatch right there. Love how McNally just really posts up so well. She got a lot of easy pins downs you and I were talking off the air. They went to a lot the first half, but they haven't really needed to the second half because they've run such good half-court offense. Now you see kind of like a line change for everybody because it's a timeout.
Steve Brooks wants time. We'll keep it here. 6 minutes even to go, and the Knights up 20. Reminder, we'll have game 2 of this doubleheader 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Men's matchup between these two schools. It's a big one. We'll talk about that one here a little bit later. Today's game is brought to us by Marian Athletics. Get all the up-to-the-minute information on Knights Athletics at MUKnights.com. Follow them on Twitter at MUKnights. That's at MUKnights. And today's game also brought to us by First Onsite, formerly More Restoration. They're here to help you power through whatever comes your way. They're the leading North American property restoration company that specializes in emergency response restoration and reconstruction following disasters of any kind, from fire and flood to catastrophic storms or biohazards. They have the team, technology, and resources to help you restore, rebuild, and rise. Go Knights. New faces back on the floor for the Knights. Jayla Wayner has returned. She handles in the corner against Gambrell. Out there with Evans, McNally. As Evans shoots and misses. Kennedy Kirby is in as well, and Wayner fouls Ryman on the rebound.
And the Knights that possession couldn't take advantage of the mismatch they had again. The pin down. Got a mismatch with McNally being guarded there by Ryman, but couldn't take advantage of it. Evans missed the shot. Rebound foul on the Knights. Huntington basketball.
Lead is 20. Knights have led by as much as 22 in this second half. Rolls, drives, spins,
shuffled,
and travels.
Yep, shuffled those feet.
So the Knights get it back.
They will just walk the ball up. Wayner started at point guard, Jayla, but hasn't played as many minutes as probably a starter would today because they played so well off the bench. Knights had great contributions of people off the bench.
Wayner run off the three-point line. Takes the runner into the lane and flips it up and in.
She's 2 for 2. Both of them have been layups. That was a runner. She made a layup in the first half. She knows her role. I just like how Jayla plays, just knows her role.
Ryman gives to Drake. Found the back-cutting Hasty, who put it up and in for her first 2. Janessa Hasty out of Swayze, Indiana.
Oak Hill High School.
Driven through Swayze a time or two. Back cut passes long and off the end line. Turnover.
She would have played for Todd Law at Oak Hill High School. A couple state runners-up in a championship for Coach Law, my former assistant at Manchester in boys basketball. Went over to the girls' side. He's retired now and a counselor at White's Institute.
There you go.
In Wabash.
Ryman over to Rolls. Halfway through the final quarter.
Just nothing easy, Huntington. This possession is just an epitome, even though they score on that one. Nice basket by Connor Gambrell, but Marian has answered every call today. When Huntington's got close, they've been able to stretch it back up to double digits. Defensively, they've switched pretty well. Good communication, and what that usually equals is to a pretty nice win, which I think they're going to end up here with. 18-point lead, and Perryman comes back in. That gives us a chance to plug again tonight's sectional championship at Noblesville High School. That'll be on the ISC Sports Network.
Hamilton Southeastern and Perryman's alma mater, Fishers.
It was a standing room only crowd last night. Obviously there were 2 games, only one tonight, but the battle of the Mud Sox per se, Hamilton Southeastern schools playing for the sectional championship.
Bossy hard drive, missed the shot over the rim, and Rolls has the rebound. 3:45 left. Ryman into the forecourt. Rolls looking for Gambrell posting. Really wrestling with McNally at the elbow. Now Gambrell drives it, takes it in, missed the shot. Rebound is tapped loose. Ryman's got it. Bounce into Gambrell. Splits the defense, threw it over the rim. And now the Knights will settle things down. Wayner pass ahead to Kirby. McNally on the baseline.
Ooh, Ray took an extra step.
And a foul called on Gambrell. That's her 4th.
Well, I will tell you,
second.
McNally, Abby has just done a great job battling Gambrell today. I think Gambrell's a little frustrated as she goes out. She's done so many things well today, but no rewards there, and there was the slap on the arm, the first one.
Perryman has to get it in and just barely beats the 5-second count. Kirby drives into traffic and draws a foul.
Not sure where she was going, but she got away with it. Try West Bruin.
Yep, Hasty takes that foul, her first, team third.
High 1-4 set on offense, trying to get a layup or a mismatch, and they did.
McNally backs in Sebo, turns and shoots, missed it too strong. Rebound knocked off the end line, last touch by Drake.
Good contest by Sebo. That caused McNally to have a tough shot there. She did everything right, but she got contested pretty well, never opened up any space for her.
Wainer hangs to Perryman. Ryman stuck a hand in. Now McNally ceiling. Fakes one defender, soars by. Challenges the other one and flips it in. She's got 10.
She's going to have a really nice career here, only a freshman.
Fifth night to reach double figures is McNally. Drake for a right side three. That's good.
You know, I watched her warm up as we got here early to prep, and she's a really good open three-point shooter. You just got to find a way to get her open a little bit more clear on some shots.
She's got 10. Second Forrester to get to double figures. Perryman had an avenue to the goal, lays it up and in, and she's got a season-high 13 off the bench.
Well, good to see her back in. She went out with a knee injury late in the third quarter, readjusted her knee brace, and glad to see Tamia back in the contest.
Nearing the 2-minute mark to go. Drake got down the baseline, shot blocked by Kirby, picked up by Wainer. Wainer surveys,
nice
finds Kirby on a nice back cut, not rush the shot, and Rolls has the rebound. Ryman into the forecourt. Driving cut off. Out front, Sebo. Couple new faces heading to the table, about to step in at the next stoppage. 5 seconds on the timer. The ball stolen by Kirby and a timeout called by Steve Brooks just to get some subs into the game. Kenna Gray is on, number 5 for the Knights, as is Alexa McKinley, number 20 out of Columbus North High School.
I will tell you, Knights have not left or let down defensively. That was a great defensive possession there to cause the turnover after they had to use the shot clock that long to get that kind of look, and then the turnover caused by the Knights defense.
Well, you mentioned the bench, Pete, as McKinley gets into the lane. Perryman in the corner has 13 points off the bench. Kirby out front for 3. It's an air ball short. But you got Perryman with 13 points. Evans has 14 off the bench. Mayora Chauvet has 6 assists off the bench. And now the twin sister Kylie McNally checks in for her sister Abby, who departs with 10 points and 7 rebounds. So 7 players off the bench have all seen action for the Knights.
You know, Huntington's only played 9 total in the game. Still got some starters in there.
Rotruck turns around and scores. Robruck, 71-54.
Yeah, Maddie's had a really good game. Started the second half. Bright spot here for the Foresters today.
McKinley. Now Kirby. Hands to Gray. McKinley in the lane. Backing down Drake. McNally splits the defense. Tapped up in the air. And a timeout call just to get subs in.
Yeah.
New faces in the game for Amanda Lovejoy, Sarah Seawalk, and Annie Sebo all in the game. Ella Turner also on. 26 seconds to go. Shot clock in sync with the game clock.
I know that name. Ella Turner played at Bedford North Lawrence. Sure.
Yep.
Great program in Southern Indiana. The Stars have another fine team this year.
Ball knocked free on the deck. Hasty's got it. Shovel over to Seawalk. On the wing, Lovejoy. 5 seconds to shoot. Turner turns and shoots, misses. Buzzer sounds, and that'll do it. The Knights and the Foresters play to a 15-15 draw in the final quarter, but Marian leads from start to finish in this one. It's a 17-point win as the Knights improve to 23-2, win their 6th straight, 9-0 here at the home court. Huntington drops to 9-16. Some final thoughts, Pete, on this first game.
I thought it was a super effort by the Knights. They led from start to finish. Every time Huntington got down by double digits for most of the contest, they were able to fight back in. It was a good, well-played game, but kind of how we kind of figured it would play out.
Well, we'll have the second game of our doubleheader 30 minutes from now. The men of Marian taking on Huntington's men's program. But for now, for our crew, Jordan Shue, our director, Sean Walker on the replays, Rob Lynch, Jason Porter, Dennis Glover, Becca Kelly on the cameras. For my partners, Pete Smith, I'm Rob Brown. Talk to you in 30 minutes, and until then, so long, everybody.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.